What is up, YouTube? It's Sports Haven here, back with another vid, and today I will be doing my 2019 March Madness predictions, which just came out yesterday. So, should be a good year. I'm gonna be highlighting most of the plays that come out. So we'll see what happens. But, let's get started. So first game, Duke versus North Dakota State, or I'm not sure what the other team is, but I have North Dakota State winning, but it's not gonna matter because I think Duke's gonna win, obviously. But anything can happen. VCU versus UCF. This is a tough one. I know more about VCU, so I'm probably gonna take them just for that reason. 8 seed versus 9 seed, it could go either way. Mississippi State versus Liberty. I did not hear much about Mississippi State this year. They came into a 5 seed very quietly. So I am taking my first upset for Liberty to beat Mississippi State. And then, I got Virginia Tech beating St. Louis, even though they are a good team. And then here, I know a lot of people are taking Belmont to beat Maryland, but because Maryland just had an ugly game against Nebraska. But I am going to take Maryland because I still think they're a pretty decent team. And then LSU, this is a big upset for a lot of people because of all the problems happening in LSU, but I don't know. I kind of still think LSU has enough talent to get away from the distractions, unlike the Steelers, you know. So I'm probably going to go with LSU to still win that one. Here I have Minnesota winning over Louisville. Not a major upset, just 10 seed versus 7. And I got Michigan State beating Bradley. Bradley's the team that knocked out Loyola. So yeah, there is my round 1 East. On to the West. I have Gonzaga winning. So yeah, I got Gonzaga winning that one. I have Syracuse beating Baylor. And Syracuse always makes runs. They really do. Like every year, no matter what seed they are at. One year they were like 10, they made the run to the Elite 8 or something. Next year they were 11 seeded. But they find ways to make runs at the right time. So Syracuse winning that one. This is a very interesting game. Marquette versus Murray State. And it's an upset because it's 5 versus 12. But it's almost as if so many people have taken Murray State in this one. This is like the go-to upset of the 5-12s because of how popular Morant's become and everything. So, but I'm gonna take Marquette just because going against the majority, because there are a lot of people that are taking Murray State. And then I got Florida State over Vermont. Buffalo, it could be a sleeper as a 6. And Texas Tech, I do think Nevada will beat Florida. Nevada at one point this year, like late December, they were ranked like 6th in the nation. And they really just fell, but the Martin brothers are really talented. They're ballers. And Michigan. Now to the South, where Virginia will not be upset this year as a 1 seed. I think they will win. Excuse me. Ole Miss will beat Oklahoma. I am a Badgers fan, and I'm not going to be biased because usually every year I pick them to win, even if they're a 7 seed. And like they'll beat the 1 seed Villanova, and then they'll beat 2 seed Xavier. But they always lose these heartbreakers, so this year I'm not going to pick them. So maybe they'll win. But yeah, a lot of people have Oregon upsetting them. But I am going to pick Wisconsin here. I'm going to pick UC Irvine, 13 seed, to beat Kansas State. This is another pretty big upset, 4 seed versus 13. And yeah, I'm just going to go with UC Irvine, just always throwing in upsets. St. Mary's beat Gonzaga in their conference championship, but I do think Villanova is just, Jay Wright is a beast, and he always finds ways to get them to make a run. The defending champs stay alive. Purdue will beat Old Dominion. Cincinnati, a lot of people say they were ranked too low, and yeah, that's pretty true. They beat Houston by 12 in the American Athletic Conference. So they could have easily been a 6 or even a 5 seed. But then, yeah, Tennessee, even though they got smoked by Auburn. So that is the South. And the last first round region is the Tar Heels leading it in the Midwest, and they will win. Utah State, Washington, this could go either way. Washington lost to Oregon. So, do I have all 8 seeds? I have Syracuse, VCU, and Ole Miss, so I might as well just have 1 9 seed. And I'll pick Washington. Auburn, they're red hot right now. Kansas, I think they'll win. This is an upset for me, because I'm pretty sure I have no 6-11 upsets yet, but I think Ohio State is dangerous. They almost beat Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament. And I think that they can upset Iowa State, even though Iowa State is red hot, because they just beat, who they beat in the Big 12? Was it Kansas State? I'm not sure, but they did win the Big 12 tournament. But I have an upset there. Houston, I have beaten Georgia State. And then Seton Hall, I have beaten Wofford. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But Seton Hall, they beat Marquette in the Big East tournament, and then they almost came so close to beating Villanova. And then I have Kentucky. Moving on. So, I have no 1 seeds losing, no 2 seeds losing, and no 3 seeds losing. And we move on to the second round. Round of 32, I have Duke beating VCU. Liberty, I had big upset, but I think Virginia Tech will beat Duke for a rematch. I think Maryland will beat LSU. And they'll start making a run. And Michigan State will beat Minnesota. A lot of Big Ten teams. Alright, here I have Syracuse beating Gonzaga. I know, you'd always know that there's never 4-1 seeds that make deep runs, usually. Like, maybe they all get to the Elite Eight, but there's always that 1-1 seed that's out early. And I think out of all the 1 seeds that I've looked at, Carolina, Gonzaga, Duke, and Virginia, I think Gonzaga is going to be the team to slip up. Last year was Xavier. So I have Syracuse beating Gonzaga in the second round. I have Florida State beating Marquette. Texas Tech, I have beating Buffalo, and this is a tough one because Nevada's really talented. But so is Michigan State. Michigan State. And, I don't know what to do here. I know last year Nevada was a 7 seed and they had a 22-point comeback against Cincinnati. I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna take Nevada. They're really good. So is Michigan, obviously. That's just an upset for me. Virginia moves on against Ole Miss. Wisconsin beats UC Irvine. Villanova Purdue. This is another tough one. I know Purdue hasn't been to the Final Four since like the 80s. But I think I'm gonna go with Nova. Just cause they always make a run and they're experienced. 2 seniors, 5-year senior in Phil Booth. So I think, and Purdue lost to Minnesota in the Big Ten tournament. So that was a tough loss. But yeah, I'll go with Villanova. And then this is a tough one. Tennessee, Cincinnati, two really good teams. But I think that Tennessee, they got upset by Loyola last year in the second round. But they got seniors, Schofield and Jr. and Grant Williams. They're going to make a deeper run, I think, than last year. Because they've only gotten better. And we go down to the Midwest. North Carolina will beat Washington. Auburn will beat Kansas. Ohio State, Houston. This could be a tough game for Houston. But I think they will prevail. And Seton Hall, Kentucky. I do have Kentucky. Kentucky is one of the best teams in this tournament, probably. And now we're looking at the Sweet 16. A rematch between Virginia Tech and Duke, where Virginia Tech won, but they did not have Zion Williamson. So for that reason, I'm going with Duke. And I'm going with Michigan State here. And Virginia, Wisconsin. That is my team, but I'm going to pick Virginia to win. I already said that maybe if I don't pick Wisconsin to win it all, then maybe they will win it all. But they're very doubted right now after that ugly performance versus Michigan State. But I do think they can make a run again. And then Tennessee, Villanova. I just don't see Tennessee getting denied. So we got 1-2, 1-2. That's that's pretty standard picks. But here it is not standard at all. I have Syracuse, Florida State. I have Florida State moving on to the Elite Eight, and I think I'm going to go Texas Tech there. So a 4 versus a 3 in the Elite Eight. And here, North Carolina, Auburn. That is a tough one. But I'm going to go with North Carolina because they are good. They are really good. And here, Houston, Kentucky, another tough decision. I might pick Houston. I think that they are good enough to win. So is Kentucky. I think they're almost the same exact logos. So I'm just going to throw in a wild card, pick Houston. Because I don't want to be picking 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 every time. And Houston is capable. So Final Four here. I got Michigan State beating Duke. If they meet, I think that Michigan State can definitely beat them. They could have been a 1 seed after they beat Michigan in the Big Ten Championship. And I think that Duke, if they don't even make it there, I think they have a harder road than Michigan State could be facing. And it sounds weird because everyone's saying Duke has the easiest road to the championship. But I think there's tough teams in there. Are all around here. So, I got Michigan State here. Virginia, Tennessee. This is a tough one. And I'm going with Tennessee. Because, I don't know. Virginia's, they always make deep runs, but they never seem to get to the Final Four. And I feel like Tennessee has a lot of experience, a lot of firepower. You saw what they did against Kentucky. Well, Kentucky did blow like a 6-point lead with 2 minutes or something. But they are really good. And Florida State will not be denied in going to the Final Four. And North Carolina, Houston, I'm probably going with Carolina. So this is my Final Four. And here, Michigan State versus Florida, I gotta go with Michigan State. They are really talented. Cash Swinston and all those guys. Like, I saw what they did to Wisconsin. It was just ugly. And, Tennessee, Carolina. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to go with, I don't know. It's hard. Two really talented teams. I might go with North Carolina. I don't know. That's a tough pick. So I got Michigan State versus North Carolina, and I have Michigan State winning it all. That is my pick to win. I don't know, 65-62. So there's my March Madness picks for this year's tournament. Hope I get a lot right. See what happens, right? But I have Michigan State winning it all. But obviously, I hope Wisconsin runs the table 6 wins. That would be awesome. So thank you for watching this vid. I will be posting highlight vids all through the tournament as soon as they come out. I'm going to be like sitting by my computer the second I'm seeing this stuff go down. So I'll be getting a lot of vids out. And thank you for watching. Sports Haven.